Happy Hump Day, peeps! We've got some pot stirring for truly no good reason this offseason. We've got some cool confidence about this coming year, and at the same time, we've got some fingers crossed behind our backs about some other things. So, welcome on into the Blackhawks Daily, folks. I'm PJ Benoit, and this is your home of the real daily story about the Chicago Blackhawks. No fuss, no muss, just a fan. That's me, hanging out with us Hawks homies. That's all you fine, feathered folk, talking hockey, a little general smack about our opponents, but we don't have any. It's summer, of course. So if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button as well, because we're over 1,500. Would love to have you on board as we're pushing to get over 2,500, because why the hell not? Don't forget, please give us a follow on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well. And on today's docket, Tab Bamford over at Bleacher Nation mentioned Drake Batherson over at Ottawa as a possible situation to watch. So, of course, I just go on off the deep end about it. We've got the Blackhawk up telling us, hey, no worries. This year, Bedard's going to pass 100 goals for his career. So we're going to talk about that. And also, they talked about how Florida's first-round pick may, the one that we got from Seth Jones, may really pay off. So we're going to talk about that as well. And, of course, your hot takes. So one name out of Ottawa that Tab Bamford said that, we should keep an eye on, Drake Batherson over in Ottawa, right? So, Kyle Davidson, maybe put a phone call out on it. Look, to be clear, there's no report saying that the Senators are actively shopping him. Not at all. Ottawa has said they want to extend him, but he's entering the final year of his contract next year, UFA. Negotiations, reportedly, are not close, and that's exactly the kind of situation Chicago should be monitoring. He's 28 years old. He's 6'3", right-handed, coming off the best offensive season of his NHL career. 33 goals, 38 assists, 71 points in 79 games. He added 13 power play goals. He fired 167 shots. He posted a career-best 19.8 shooting percentage, and he throws his body around. He's a big kid, and he hits a lot. He's not a prospect projection. He is a proven top-six winger in his prime. Now, tell me, would he not look awfully good on Bedard's line? Absolutely he would. He's got the size. He plays a direct offensive game. He can finish, and he can work on a power play, right? Now, the Blackhawks have assembled a ton of speed, skill, and young depth. We have talked about that, obviously. What we still need is a more established, productive NHL scoring, of course, especially on the wing. Batherson checks that box immediately. The value part is complicated. For 26-27, Batherson carries a very manageable $4.975 million cap hit. For a 33-goal scorer, that's a terrific value, but he can become, as we said, a UFA next summer. Reports have suggested his next deal could land in the neighborhood of $10 million or more annually, and he wants an 8-year term. So the Hawks should not empty the vault just to rent him for one season. Any real trade discussion has to be, it's got to include the extension, right? Any conversation has to include the extension. So if Chicago believes Batherson can be a long-term top-line winger beside Bedard or a huge piece of the second scoring line, well, then you entertain it. If not, you keep your premium assets. What would Ottawa want? And we've kind of talked about this. Arvid Soderblom could be a part of that package, especially now since Chicago's got Spencer Knight, Drew Commesso pushing for NHL time, and we got Adam Gahan in the system, right? Soderblom signed through this season at $2.75 million cap hit, but let's be real. Soderblom alone does not get this deal done. Chicago would likely have to attach significant draft capital and or a prospect that Ottawa genuinely values. Batherson is a 28-year-old, 30-goal winger with size and strong contract for this season. Even with just 1 year of control, that price is going to hurt, right? Plus, over the last 4 years, he scored over 22 goals each year. So the kid's got talent. My take, oh my God, make the call. Why not? But obviously, we're not going to trade any of our premium assets. We're not going to trade any of our premium prospects as well. Frundell, Kanserov, none of our top assets, unless there's a signed extension in place. I mean, Batherson's a fit, but he's not a desperation move, right? So What would you guys do? Would you trade first round pick, Soderblom, additional asset for Batherson if he agreed to a long-term extension that was manageable? I mean, again, he scored over 30 goals. The last 4 years he scored over 22 goals. He's 6'3". He's a physical player. Over 100 hits. I mean, he's big. He's dirty and with skill. What do you guys think? Also, do you see Drake Batherson and as Connor Bedard's ideal long-term winger, or would you rather let Chicago's young forwards just grow into these roles? I mean, are you now more comfortable with the idea of what we have in the pipeline and just like, hey, you know what? Do we need to make these kind of larger swings this close to training camp? Or do we just wait it out? What do you guys think? All right. Would love to hear your comments as always. Moving on from there, with the season right around the corner, excitement, of course, it's ramping up. It's nearly palpable. Kyle Davidson has made some massive moves to reshape the roster into what's really starting to look like an actual contender for us. You know, we brought Bowen Byram on the blue line. We got Patrick Kane back home where he belongs. We're welcoming top Russian sniper Roman Kantsarov into the fold. We got Frundell, right? Make no mistake about it. This franchise goes as far as Connor Bedard can take us, right? He is the engine. We know this. We already know the tough reality heading into training camp. Bedard's sidelined until early November-ish, right? That's what we're hearing. He's also pushing, hopefully not too much. Don't sacrifice the shoulder, buddy, but hopefully not too much. But we'll see. Missing the first month of action should not fool anyone into thinking he cannot put up, though, a historic campaign once he hits the ice this coming season. He enters the season sitting at 75 career goals, putting him just, my math is right, 25 away from the century mark. So let's see how he gets there, let's see how he got here over his first 3 NHL seasons. As an 18-year-old rookie in 23-24, he potted 22 goals in 68 games, despite missing 14 contests with a broken jaw. In his sophomore campaign, he scored 23 goals while suiting up for all 82 games, focusing heavily on building a complete 200-foot game while carrying an offense that lacked, as we all know, true top-end talent. Last season, things began clicking. He notched a career-high 30 goals and 75 points in 69 games, even while battling through that a different shoulder injury that ultimately required, he battled through that different shoulder injury that took him out several games, right? 14 games, I think. So what makes the 30-goal output even more eye-opening is that only 7 of those tallies came on the man advantage. Chicago's power play finished 29th in the entire NHL last year with an anemic 16.9% conversion rate. That special teams efficiency is going to skyrocket this season, or at least it should, with the additions of Bowen Byram and Kane, right? So, with of course the offensive weapons surrounding him now. He's got Patrick Kane on the wing, providing elite vision and high IQ playmaking. Kantsarov coming over after leading the KHL in goal scoring. Frundell showcasing power forward dominance after his 12-game cup of coffee. Emerging speedsters like Nazar and Lardis, plus Bowen Byram driving the rush from the back end. Hitting 25 goals to reach 100 for his career is practically a formality for Bedard, even with the late start. The real question is whether the 21-year-old pushes past 35 or 40 goals and makes a serious run at his first career 100-point campaign. That's going to be interesting. Bedard will always tell you team wins come first, but once he steps back on the ice this November, hopefully maybe even October, he's going to make some serious noise across the league. It's going to be pretty damn electric, I think. So how many goals do you predict Connor Bedard will score this season once he returns? November, maybe October, right? And do you think the revamped top unit featuring Kane, Bedard, Byram can push Chicago's power play into the NHL's top 10? That's a big jump. It's a huge jump, but it's possible. Anything's possible. So let me know what you guys think. All right, moving on from there. Kyle Davidson, as we know, his master plan of hoarding premium draft capital might be on the verge of delivering potentially its biggest payoff yet. And it comes courtesy of the Florida Panthers. So let's rewind back to the Seth Jones blockbuster trade, right? Part of Chicago's return was a conditional first-round selection. That pick was top 10 protected for this year's, the 2026 NHL draft. When the deal was made, nobody expected the Panthers to fall off a cliff after back-to-back Stanley Cup runs. But Florida, they stumbled hard. They missed the postseason entirely and landed the 9th overall selection. So that triggered the protection, rolling the pick over to next year's draft. Missing out on that pick this past summer could turn out to be actually a massive blessing in disguise for the Blackhawks. The national narrative suggests Florida will automatically bounce back into championship contention now that they're rested and they have Alexander Barkov back, returning from his missed season. But in reality, the Panthers are standing kind of on a dangerous precipice. This is an aging, battle-tested core that has played an exhausting amount of hockey over the last 4 years. Off-season departures have thinned their depth, and they're relying on veteran netminder Jacob Markstrom to carry the load behind a worn-down roster. It's far from a guarantee, right? If the wheels come off in South Florida and they slide into the draft lottery again, well, Chicago holds the golden ticket because Florida's 2027 first-rounder is completely unprotected. We could be talking about a top 10 or possibly even a top 5 overall pick landing right in Davidson's lap. And looking at the broader picture, Chicago is currently loaded with 3 first-round selections for this coming draft. Our own pick, Florida's unprotected selection, and Edmonton's first-rounder acquired in the Jason Dickinson deadline trade. Edmonton's pick carries top 12 protection, which shows the Oilers know their own window is also getting shaky. So if the Blackhawks take another step forward on the ice this year while Florida continues to regress, Davidson will hold the ultimate war chest of assets heading into the 2027 trade deadline and draft, right? And allows us to just go forward without worry about who cares about the draft. Just play and go, right? Where do you predict Florida's unprotected first-round draft pick will land in the 27 NHL draft? Interesting to think about. And should Kyle Davidson keep all 3 27 first-rounders to draft elite talent or use them as trade chips to acquire an established superstar, maybe like Batherson, like we were just talking about? So let me know what you guys think. And what you guys think, of course, is always so important. Let's get into it. Your wonderful comments. Jerry Litzo, 2090, repeat offender extraordinaire. I feel you, PJ. I'm taking my 18-year-old baby off to college this week. USF in Orlando. UCF. In Orlando. He's got club hockey tryouts Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday. Wow. Very cool. Well, and UCF, I think, is, if I'm not mistaken, aren't they like the largest university in Florida or something like that? University of Central Florida, if I'm not, I am mistaken about a lot of things. Anyway, Jerry, that's very cool. Good luck to your son. I hope he enjoys Florida. I was born and raised there, actually, so I hope he enjoys it. It's humid, but I hope he has a fantastic college career, that he's safe and he enjoys his time there. So hats off to him, man. And thanks for being a part of this. Jerry, the vegan rock star, repeat offender extraordinaire. Case to put Bedard on wing. The center's job is to help team defense dig the puck out of the corner to gain possession back in our own zone. If the Hawks can gain possession, Bedard can break to the neutral zone for an outlet pass. But if he's in the corner, it's a long skate to get into the play in the neutral zone and the O zone, which is absolutely 100% true. So, great point, Jerry. As always, I mean, you're always level-headed, buddy. Thank you very much, Jerry. It is a great point to make. Thank you. Joshua Bauman, 3209, repeat offender extraordinaire, our bud from the Bay Area. Spencer Knight had the 21st best save percentage last season with a .902 with a very young and inexperienced defense in front of him during his first season as a starter. I think it's pretty safe to assume he'll be even better this coming season. Yeah, and your words to the universe's ears, buddy. I hope he has a rock-solid season. I think he will be better this season, even better this season. So, yes. 1,000%. Thank you, Joshua. As always, Doug Axelrad, 3047, repeat offender extraordinaire. I went to BU. Your daughter will love it. Great city to go to college in. And if she's a hockey fan like you, PJ, she will love Aganis Arena. I got to see Taves play twice at BU when he played for North Dakota. One of my favorite hockey memories. He was great then too. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Not only do you get to see, like I was thinking about Xavier, right? Like you get to go and see Xavier play, but you also get to see all the other great talent coming in from all the other college rosters. Yeah, how cool is that, man? Yeah, thank you, Doug. Appreciate that, sir. Yeah, and I think she's gonna have a great time. I mean, Boston's a great city. I've actually always wanted to go see a game in Boston. Just Original Six versus Original Six. It would be so much fun. Anyway, thank you for that, Doug. Really appreciate it. 1 goal, 1,000. Repeat offender extraordinaire. PJ, I can't believe you didn't know that music acts played. Yeah, I didn't. For whatever reason, I didn't realize it because I never went to a concert there. I just never went there. So it just never dawned on me that, I've never been blamed for being smart. So there you go. Zeppelin, Elvis, Neil Diamond, to name a few. I guess you've seen them all there, which is very cool, 1,000. And Lardis is 16 is a joke. This kid is so overlooked. It's ridiculous. Agreed, my friend. Lardis should be way further up on that roster, on that list. So thank you, 1 goal. Alan T. Willie 192, repeat offender extraordinaire, our de facto beat reporter. Hey, PJ, I love the penalty kill discussion. I could see the forward pairs being Ollie and Smith, Green and Greenway, and Donato and Tavo. I think the D pairings will be more interesting. I see Vlasic, Cole, Kaiser, and Artie with Del Mastro as a spare. Strong. As always, Alan, you're wonderful. You got some great comments, and I love your pairings as well. You got some great lineups that you throw out there. Fantastic. Oh, and also Joshua threw in another one. He says, the Greenway addition with Byram trade was an underrated aspect of this offseason, in my opinion. KD answered the need for grit and physicality with this addition. Fans are screaming for this kind of move, myself included, but there hasn't been much acknowledgement. Plus, Ian Cole and Cole Smith bring a bit of that as well. Funny story, Greenway was Byram's first scrum adversary during Bo's rookie season with Colorado during a game with the Wild. They seem to have patched up any animosity as teammates in Buffalo. Byram had some good things to say about Greenway. Looking forward to that bruiser defending our young guns on the ice. Don't touch our talent. Very true. Thanks for that, Joshua. Indigo68, our other Bay Area friend. I can see Frundell being the second best two-way forward the Hawks have had since Taves. Pure all-around skill and determination combined with hockey smarts equal greatness. Nestraschill and Spellacy would produce much more than Greenway, though. Not good idea bringing an older, slow, physical forward when you have two younger guys with way more upside. True. I can see that argument. Greenway does, however, bring a lot of experience. So, and I understand, I heard he's a really good locker room guy, from what I understand. So, we'll see. But yes, Nestraschill for sure. I would love to see him out there. Oh, Jerry the Vegan also commented, it was a brutality and fighting that largely contributed to the rivalries. Plus, there's completely different crowd personalities now. Not the diehard strategist in the stands. It's too expensive. Just people who yell, shoot. And I think sometimes I might be guilty of doing that as well. Shoot the puck, please. I think I've been guilty of saying that. Vince Nacarado, 7832, repeat offender extraordinaire. I think KK, Kevin Korchinski, is rated too high. I just don't think there's a spot for him on this team. Yeah, and I know. And yet I yes. And I feel like we've just done this kid dirty a little bit. I just really do. He's got the talent for sure. Yes, but I am agreeing with you. I saw Queen at Rosemont Horizon. Even the late, great Freddie Mercury mentioned how bad the sound was in that building. Yeah, Allstate really needs to reconfigure the baffling and their acoustics. It sucks in there. It just sucks. For a concert, it just sucks. But thank you, Vince. Really appreciate you, buddy. Rob Bagley, 4887, 4889, I believe, has commented before, so I'm going to say welcome back. If not, welcome to the party, pal. No market for soda. Talking about soda boom. I think Ottawa might be, though. You never know. You never know. But thank you, Rob. Appreciate you being a part of this, buddy. Jim Bafia, 1896, repeat offender extraordinaire. Kane will get 15 to 20 games to establish line mates before Bedard gets back. If there is success, no reason to put him with Kane except for the power play. I don't see the point of putting a Kane, Bedard, Bertuzzi type line together as that is a defensive killer. Even if you replace Bert with a guy like Green, helps some as the puck moves back out of the offensive zone. Just don't see Bedard and Kane playing together on a top line. Okay. All right. That makes sense too. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate you, sir. Lester 701, repeat offender extraordinaire, the commander. Hello, fearless leader, PJ. I don't know about fearless leader. Glad you enjoyed your birthday. Thank you very much, sir. We are all in every way, spiritual, emotionally, sexually, etc. Woo, young at heart. Hey, Blackhawks, macho men, and special beautiful dolls, respectfully meant. 19, Captain Sirius. 20, Al Secord. 18, Denny Savard. 3 of many classic Hawks players. Looking forward to see what excitement the new season will bring. Later, everyone. P.S. Age is just a number, PJ. Yes, it is. You're only as old as you feel, and I feel 120. All right. Thank you, sir. Matt's 436, repeat offender extraordinaire. Wishful thinking, but I think 88 and 98 will pair up for 110 points, provided both are healthy. I personally think Kane will retire with the most Stanley Cups in the Hawks franchise history at 4. Ooh. Throwing it out there, Matt. Love it. Manifest, buddy. Manifest. Get into the universe. I don't think Greenway will stay on the Hawks for very long. Maybe 15 games before he's on a bus to Rockford. All right. Okay. Cheers to your kids getting into college. My youngest just started kindergarten. Chin high, PJ. Best wishes to your kids. Oh, thanks so much, Matt. Man, kindergarten. Woo! I remember those days, buddy. That's awesome, buddy. Hold them. Get all the hugs you can. All the kisses on those wonderful soft cheeks. Oh, those days. All the snuggles, man. Love it. Good for you, buddy. Rob also mentioned, Rob Bagley, 4889 also mentioned, Lardis is 16, lost all credibility right there. I know. Way too low on that list, man. Agree with you. Cedar Hawks fan, 2791, repeat offender extraordinaire. I still have a strong dislike for Detroit, especially living in Michigan, and it still irks me to this day that St. Louis won a Stanley Cup. Saw both Neil Diamond and Elton John at the stadium. Well, there you go. Actually, Detroit, I'm ambivalent about as a city. Still has the best bar I've ever been to in the U.S., which is Sugar House. But the Red Wings, yeah, this still rankles me. So I got you, buddy. But thanks, Cedar Hawks. Really appreciate you. And that is a wrap for today, Blackhawks Nation. So if you're new here, welcome, and please hit that subscribe button. It just helps the channel keep climbing because sky's the limit. And don't forget, check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify as well. Also, if you want to get a hold of me personally, just reach out to me on LinkedIn. It's a great way to do it. Search for Blackhawks Daily. You can find me on there. And if you're a regular, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for spreading the word about the channel to all your family, friends, and neighbors, even your strangers. Why not? It's a great way to break the ice. Hey, do you follow Blackhawks Daily? No, but thank you so much, right? The support means the world to me. As I always tell you guys, it's the best part of my everyday. It's just so much fun just sitting here just talking about hockey with you guys. It's really, really cool. And we always say we celebrate the very best team in hockey with the very best fans in all of sports. No matter what the sport is, this is the best group of fans in all of sports. That is you guys, you fine four-feathered folk, as we celebrate the very best city that this world has ever known. That's our beloved Chicago. So I am PJ Benoit, and we will see you next time on the Blackhawks Daily.